descending. Very, very gently. No turbulence at all. Lovely and peaceful. Just show you. You used to put the ropes onto the hooks on the wall as you'd go down, but the ESB or Waters Ireland or whoever it is have put chains going down here. And, put a rope around that and that's it. But to be honest with you, there's only us in the lock. There's no one else in the lock, so we have it to ourselves. So we can just one rope onto it. Where can we go? So far at least the descent is really slow and gentle, and it's a bit of a leak in that gate. And I've no need to even put a rope on. And but we've a long way to go. You might just see up the window up here, that's Neelis there, keeping an eye on us. He's the lock keeper, and he's looking after us very well. And Marion promised him a bit of breakfast. Keep him on side. Yeah, this is a super exciting moment. Like, it's hard to believe that this was built in 1925, I believe, and it is closing up on 100 years old, and it's still a massively impressive structure to be in and to be around. It's a huge electricity generating machine, and we're right inside of it, in the middle of it.
I'm where I love to be, in the galley.
Are you coming out to us?
No, you're fine. I'm fine here now.
No bother.
It's actually grand and gentle going down.
It is.
Now my two knees are knocking, but I'm loving it.
That's good.
And that's been honest.
I'm delighted. It is a lovely gentle descent. About 10 minutes into descending at this stage, and this is the second deepest lock in Europe, the 100-foot descent. And up above me there's a little letterbox of light, and the further down we go, the smaller that letterbox of light gets. And I can't help but imagine that if you could look up from your coffin, yeah, you know what I mean? It's that kind of a feeling. So what will happen now is we'll go down 70 foot here, and in front of us then a door will open, and we'll go into a second chamber, and we'll drop 30 feet in the second chamber. And then we'll have to see what the turbines are like. I'm not sure what that means. Probably something not to worry about. Yeah?
Are we down to the first part?
No, not yet. No. I have to say, the descent here is just very, very, very gentle. It's therapeutic and relaxing, really. And, yeah, this is an amazing place. Light only penetrates down so far, and then beneath that, there's no weed growing at all. The wall is actually very clean. There's the sill just coming into view there now. When we get down to the bottom here, there's a tradition that you write the name of your boat on the wall. One thing you need to bring with you as well that we didn't mention is a screwdriver, preferably Phillips, so etching the name of your boat on the wall of the dam as you descend. That's where the water's leaking in, up there, alright? And we still have a long, long way to go. Yeah, it's an amazing, amazing lock chamber. I'm guessing that alarm doesn't mean there's anything alarming happening. That's just a guess. We must be near the bottom of the first chamber, I think, at this stage. You can probably hear my voice is a bit echoey. And yeah, up above me is just a little letterbox of light. That up there is the water leaking through. I'm not going to tell you that that's not a bit unnerving, because it is a bit unnerving. Right, so we've got to the bottom of the first chamber. There's that guillotine gate opening up. And that's the second chamber. We'll drive in there now in a moment. Just the view behind. It certainly is a long way up. Right, so now we just head from this chamber into the next chamber. And
I'm out now with that people's breakfast.
fair play to you. Yeah. Likely to get a bit of a shower coming through here. Should have put my hat on, shouldn't I?
1, 2, 3. Oh, you'll get curls in your hair.
We're in the bottom chamber now, and I gave you a bit of a bump steer earlier on, guys. I said that the first chamber was 70 foot and the second chamber was 30 foot. And what was it?
60 and 40.
Yeah. There you go. So we're just coming to the bottom of that noise.
Yeah.
I haven't a clue. There's all sorts of queer noises in here. It's worse than a haunted house.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So we just
go on.
So we just found out that there'll be no turbines running tomorrow, and there's 2 on now, isn't there?
No, well, there's 1 on at the moment, but they're just about to put on a second turbine, which is a pity. I was saying to them, but you'll not hold off for 20 minutes. But it's all controlled from Turlock Hill in Wicklow, so unfortunately it's about to come on any moment now. So we'll have 2 turbines going down.
Will that be?
Oh no, 2 turbines is fine. 3 is bad.
Alright, okay.
3 is
so
bad.
The plan is when we get through this and when I calm myself down, we'll discuss coming back up tomorrow.
Yeah, we might do that, because it would just be so handy with no turbines going. We don't actually have to worry about getting the tide right, and that's a lot. If we had that, I really and truly,
and thanks a million to Nigel.
Niles,
the lockkeeper here.
Yeah.
He's been amazing.
Yeah.
He really has, and he's been so reassuring, hasn't he? Yeah, he's a lovely guy.
Crikey, looking up there, there's a lot of jam up there behind us. What do you think?
It's alright.
You looking forward to doing it again tomorrow?
Oh no.
Return journey.
Well. I think going up will be harder.
Oh no, there's
I think it will be. Psychologically for me, I think going up was going to be harder. We'll see. But look, if we can make it at breakfast time, I'll be flying, because I can make breakfast, or else we'll make lunch, we'll make something.
Once you're cooking, you'll be happy.
Oh yeah.
Coming out at the bottom of the chamber, pro tip, wear a hat. Because there's a lot of drips come down from the guillotine gate. Yeah, there's actually so much water coming down in here, cascading into the lock chamber. We're not sure if it is raining or not. So the way it is with turbines at the moment, there is 1 turbine running, which is perfect. However, they're just about to turn the second one on now. And there is no splashes. That is fine. You need a hat. Thanks very much. That's just saying cheerio to the lockkeeper. Neelis, the lockkeeper, yeah.
He was an angel now, I have to say. And
good guy, yeah.
Do you know what I thought? He reassured us it'll be alright.
Yeah.
Do it nice and slowly.
He did.
He did, you know.
Yeah.
The dam looks really eerie.
Can you be ready to put a centre rope on that up? How you doing, Pat? We're just through the lock, just at the jetty below the lock. Yep. We'll see you down on the river. Yeah, it's Pat Lacey, I'm just onto there, and he's our river pilot. This is the mooring below the dam, right? Now, if it wasn't for the noise of our engines, it's not just a beautiful, peaceful spot. It is possible to pass through the dam and then wait here until the correct state of tide.
Oh wow, look at this water coming through.
Oh yeah.
There's a good flow there, Harry. Oh God.
That's not bad now. So
Is that where the turbines come out?
Yeah, that's the turbines there. See, just in case you would like to head up that direction. So we head out here onto the middle of the river. And,
it's actually beautiful, isn't
oh, it is beautiful. This was all blasted out of rock. Now, what we need to watch out for here is anything that looks anyway like a salmon net. So we're in the tail race now. This is tidal, although the tide is out at the moment, but making its way in. So that tidal water hasn't reached here, if you know what I mean yet. This was all blasted out of rock, and I don't know if you can see underneath the trees there, all the rock. It is a beautiful, beautiful place. And I'm mad about that little mooring up just below the dam. I thought that was a really super spot. So we have about another kilometre before we meet the River Shannon again, and hopefully we'll see Pat there. So this is Partine Bridge here now. Just try and get it straight. I'm trying to hold the camera with one hand, steer with the other, and a lot of current coming down behind me, and just been extra vigilant here for nets, because if somebody's putting a net out from one side of the river to the other, a bridge is the place to do it, isn't it? But no sign of anything yet.
Is Pat meeting us?
Yeah. So Pat, the river pilot, is going to meet us where the tail race joins the Shannon again. So you remember Partine Villa Weir? We said that the Shannon was split into the old path and then the head race. Well, this is where the two of them will meet up again.
And is that the Abbey River?
No. Now, the Abbey River it's a confusing name because it's really the River Shannon, and it's just an island. You have what they call the island in Limerick, and it's just the part that goes to the east of it is called the Abbey, and the part that goes to the west is called the Shannon.
All right.
But I did hear that it was actually dug out or deepened or widened by monks at one stage, hence the name, to create a head race for a mill.
Right.
Maybe you know more about that, and if you do, please put it in the comments.
I really should have done a little bit of history before I came here, shouldn't I? From my own hometown, like.
So this is the beautiful tail race. You can see by the surface of the water that there's a bit of current here. And our main concern is that we might see a net going across this river somewhere. There's no stopping on it. We think there's 2 turbines, I'm not sure. There was one, I'm pretty sure this is 2 turbines. And you wouldn't want it a whole lot more than this. So there's Pat now up ahead. This is where the tail race joins the River Shannon, and we follow Pat. Look at that, isn't that a beautiful sight?
Hi, Pat. Okay. So Pat just said there that he's going to, he welcomed us to Limerick first of all, and then he said he's going to go into Limerick City to make sure that everything is okay inside. So you're to take your time once you get to the Abbey, and he'll be back out by the time we get to the Abbey River.
Yeah.
And to take me to Limerick.
So this is the turn off into the Abbey River. So this is the final couple of furlongs of the Abbey River. That's a Dwyer's Bridge in front of us, and we'll come up to Ardlunkard Boat Club on our right hand side shortly enough. You can see the spire of St. Mary's Cathedral. Thank you, Marion. And isn't this a beautiful entrance into any city? Look how much foliage there is there, and it's unspoiled, natural, even though you're right beside the city. You won't see this in too many cities. This is absolutely superb. There's just a truck going across the bridge, that's our first indication of that you're really actually coming to a city at all, isn't it? And the spire, of course, of the cathedral.
You know, I think that's actually St. John's.
Yeah, I think it's St. John's Cathedral too, yeah. I think it is. There's Pat now just coming up underneath the bridge. This is absolutely superb.
Yeah, so we better. Yeah, that's St. John's Cathedral there.
Yeah, St. John's Cathedral, yeah. That's the spire we can see. I shouldn't speak too soon, but absolutely no problems coming in. This has been a dream trip. It has absolutely been superb. And yeah, you can clearly see that we're going to be using the second arch from the right hand side. It's marked.
There's the rowing club, yeah.
Oh, that's it there, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
A little bit of graffiti around, I suppose, but
Yeah.
it's a city, what do you expect?
Yes, exactly.
You know, nothing like Paris.
No. Yeah. Graffiti in Paris is second to none.
Right, so I'm going to just lift that up there. So there's St. Mary's Cathedral at that side there, and that's St. John's. My apologies. And I was born and bred under St. John's Cathedral.
In the shadow of it, Mary.
In the shadow. I was christened there, made my first Holy Communion there, made my confirmation there.
Yeah, so that's super big pot there in front of us, blazing the trail. And you can see because the piers aren't quite lined up with the flow, so this is actually a little bit tricky to navigate, but sure, we'll get in. We'll get under here now. Superb, lovely. There's the morning traffic going through. Okay, now it gets interesting.
Yes, this is the Jim Kemmy Bridge.
Yeah. So this one's on a bend, and make sure you put the screen there once in a while.
Yeah.
And
Oh, look, the swans have come to meet us.
they're beautiful. Welcoming to us. Look at this. There's lovely houses all looking out onto the river here. There's the Absolute Hotel, as I said, just up in front. And we have to make this right-hand turn now into Jim Kemmy Bridge. And, I keep enough power around that I have steering, but not too much either. And you can see on Jim Kemmy Bridge the two markers, so try and keep it in the centre. Jim Kemmy Bridge is not the lowest bridge. The next one, Ball's Bridge, is the lowest one of the bridges in the city. But all of these are higher than the bridge in the new, so it should be okay. We will. Can't see here, but over on our left hand side is the entrance to the old canal.
I'm not going to turn the camera around for it now.
Yeah. I'll try and get it as centre as we can.
Oh, there's a good current here now.
Okay, yeah. Super. And this is the bridge we need to be absolutely in the centre. Yeah, I'm happy we are as centre as we can get. There's a sharp arch on this. You hear a crunching sound at the moment, so you know we've made a mess of things. Two down, one to go. What's the name of the pub up here on our right hand side?
The lock.
The Lock.
All the Limerick flags are out because Limerick are playing in the All Ireland final on Sunday.
Oh, that's right.
Sunday week.
Limerick isn't playing.
Yeah, so it's two Munster teams.
That's the hurling final, is it?
Yeah.
No. Right, so we should get over this one. Get enough paragraph. Again, just past the moorings.
It's painted white now.
Yes, no longer blue. mistakes boaters make when they're coming from the Shannon to Limerick?
The most common one. They don't listen to me until it's too late. They make the mistake and then they say, fucking what happened? So you didn't listen, lads. You didn't follow my instructions. That's about it, like, you know.
How do you call your job title?
I don't know.
Well, if you were describing what you do, like,
I help
are you a
people.
river pilot or what?
I'm not. I'm not a pilot at all. I'm only a guy that's into boats all my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. And how long are you doing what you do, so?
What I'm doing now, I'm doing it about 22 years. It started with the building of the marina. The dredging of the Abbey was the first of it. And then they were building the marina and main drainage. You know, it was all connected.
Go back 21 years ago when this was starting. What did you, when they were doing all the works, how did you feel it was going to work out? Was it an exciting time?
It was, in the sense that there was a marina going to be built here. And there was all sorts of stuff. It's going to be the jewel in the crown and all. Jewel me arse. You know what I mean? They would look at it today. And they made so many mistakes, you know. Well, first of all, I think it's in the wrong place. This was called Hell's Gates. It's very appropriate.
You know, like, you're obviously very, very passionate about the river and you're passionate about Limerick,
yeah.
I know that. What would you like to see happen here at the marina?
I'd like if it was shifted up to Grove Island.
Grove Island?
There's a little island up there,
Yeah.
Grove Island. And I suggested it to them. And we had politicians up there, and Waterways Ireland up there, and the mayor was up there. And I said, there's the place, lads. You've put 60 boats in there, cruisers, right? And it would be lovely because there's an entrance and an exit.
Right.
In around it, alongside the shopping centre.
Yeah.
So I've been to boats all my life, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Just the local boats, angling cots, rowing boats, all that jazz. Jesus, sure, I love the river. You know what I mean? I still do.
Yeah. So guys, as it turns out today, there's a problem with Ardipusha Dam, and everybody's bit of bad luck and somebody else has bit of good luck, and what it means is that there's no turbines at all running today. So it's one of those lucky days when the Abbey River will have almost no current at all in it, so it makes our trip back up river really easy.
Yeah, and it was lovely. I know we were only 24 hours in Limerick, but it was lovely because I got to see my brother and my sister-in-law, and it was lovely just to catch up with them, you know, and for them to come over and have a cup of tea with us.
And got to see David.
And like, oh, David, obviously, but sure, he'll be here now in a few minutes as well. I'll turn the camera around now and you can see King John's Castle and the bridge, and oh my God, it's just beautiful.
It is.
It really is. I mean, it's hard to believe you're in a city centre. You know, like as I say, we were in Paris, we were in Basel, we were in Rouen, and now we're in Limerick. Oh, in Dublin, yeah.
All by boat.
All by boat.
Yeah. But there's an awful lot in what Pat Lysett says about the mooring up at Grange Island. It would be a far better place. You wouldn't have any of these three bridges that are at the moment a huge obstacle to the navigation. You wouldn't have to worry about the silting problem, and maybe someday somebody might think about that, either public sector or even private sector or whatever. And
the blue bridge is a white bridge.
The blue bridge is a white bridge.
So whenever if you do get a chance to come down, it could be a different colour again.
Exactly. So. Right. Okay, so come on, join us on the trip back up. That's it.
Bye bye Limerick.
That's our last sort of Limerick City Bridge, and that's it. Bye bye Limerick.
Good time.
Yeah, might get down again. Who knows? Maybe next year. Who knows? So this is a real gentle cruise up along the Abbey River now, coming up to the Shannon shortly. There's no turbines running, so it's beautifully calm. It's just like a canal.
Once it doesn't rain now, it'll be grand.
Yeah. Well, this, you know
It's a
yourself.
glare now, hence the sunglasses.
Yeah. But normally when you're coming up here, you're fighting against the turbines, and you'd be driving the engines pretty hard. And but not today. Today, this is just like going up along a canal. I normally don't get a chance to appreciate how absolutely beautiful the tail race is. We're coming up it today with no turbines. It's just super. So the turbines are not the turbine, the dam is just coming up into view, and you can see there's a barrier across the river there. I don't think that was there the last time we came up. And just before that barrier, there's a swing off to the right, not to take us into the little short stretch of canal, about maybe 100 meters long. And much to our surprise, at this point we were joined by 2 more boats. Right. Guys, that was a smashing way to go through Ardenner Crusher.
Oh, it was brilliant. I mean, having our own private session with Billy. Oh, thanks,
yeah.
Billy.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. It was great crack.
The super acoustics inside in the lock as well.
Oh.
It was really good. But guys, I hope it might encourage you to head into Limerick. And
can't guarantee you music in the lock, but
No.
we can
Yep.
guarantee you.
Guarantee you an adventure.
Yeah, it was great. It really was. Now.
Yeah, indeed. So guys, look, if you've subscribed or put a comment in, thank you very, very much. And we do read every single comment, and we reply to every single comment we get as well. Thanks very much, guys.
Don't forget, thumbs up, cheerio.
Bye-bye.